Justice Department's task force will investigate the alleged extrajudicial killings under the Duterte administration. The former president's camp also accused Malacanang of sponsoring his critic, Antonio Trillanes IV. Here's the report.
The Justice Department has confirmed that its task force will probe former President Rodrigo Duterte. This is about his involvement in the alleged extrajudicial killings under his administration. DOJ is currently studying if Duterte violated the Philippine Act on Crimes Against International Humanitarian Law, Genocide and Crimes Against Humanity.
International Humanitarian Law ang ating pinupuntirya ngayon because it is the law that the ICC is studying, as well as the law that we have here. And it's the law of the ICC actually, it's what they're using right now.
Remulla ensured the investigation is not just a duplicate of the International Criminal Court or ICC's probe.
We want the charges to be separate from each other. What we charge here and what the ICC charges have to be, if possible, will not overlap.
Sir, ano yung mga possible
Kasi ano yan even if we're not members of the ICC, the spirit of complementarity still applies.
Duterte's former legal presidential counsel Sal Panelo called this move a relentless propaganda against the former president. He urged the government to file charges against the president instead. Duterte also accused the palace of sponsoring his critic, former Senator Antonio Trillanes IV.
Itong si Trillanes, talagang Malacanang sponsored yan. Hindi gagalaw yan ang gano'n yan. Walang pera yan. Nagtataka ako bakit ang Malacanang na ginagawa naman na wala naman kaming kasalanan sa kanila. Hindi naman ako nag-atake kay Presidente. Pero alam ko na si Trillanes nagtrabaho kay President Marcos.
He said this after Trillanes accused Duterte of hiding money he earned from drug lords he protected during his war on drugs. For their part, Malacanang said the former president was just quote-unquote hallucinating with his accusations.
Ano? Ganun na lang. Ano?
Apa.
Alam mo, mahirap pumatol na sa ganyan. Hallucination na yan.
Parang I have to bring this out before we talk about yung hallucination. Parang hindi daw siya nag-aatake kay Presidente Marcos. Di ba they had those rallies sa Davao and Cebu ba yun? Yung skating rallies against the admin na sabi nga nila is borderline. Pati yung si anak ni President Duterte, si Mayor Baste, di ba, na scathing remarks against PBBM. So those were attacks by the family to the President. So just to get that out of the way, hindi ko alam yung hindi naman daw niya
na-atake. Kasi sabi wala naman daw silang kasalanan. Isa sa mga sinabi ni former President Rodrigo Duterte. Pero yung natawa ko dito kay ES Bersamin, sabi niya hallucination, yung mga sinasabi. Kasi isa dun sa mga sinabi ni former President Rodrigo Duterte na attack dog daw ng Malacanang. Pero, di ba, alam naman natin, ever since na umupo dyan si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte nung naging presidente siya ng 2016, isa na to sa kanyang kritiko si Senator Antonio Trillanes.
Senator Antonio Trillanes was attacking Duterte during the 2016 administration niya. Kaya nga, and bakit din nila inaccuse na tatakdog din ng Malacanang? He's been attacking them kahit siya ang presidente. Ngayon, iba presidente, he's still attacking Duterte.
Di ba nga 2016 yung pinag-uusapan natin dito, yung bank secrecy law, di ba? Naalala ko, naghamunan pa sa bangko, pumunta ka dito, mag-abangan tayo.
Nag-abang si Senator Trillanes doon
Yeah, I remember that.
Pero sitting president, si President Duterte noon, Senator Trillanes was already attacking. Diba? So, parang sino nag-utos sa'yo? Si President Duterte.
Pero ito, yung pag-aaral ng Department of Justice, nasampahan nga daw itong si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte when it comes dun sa crimes against humanities.
We're talking about kasi the rule of complementary applies here. Kasi whatever ICC will file, ayaw nang mag-overlap ng DOJ to file the same case that ICC is filing. So parang it's just like saying that the DOJ will file cases already, but ayaw nila yung redundant.
And I think this is also parang telling them na, di ba, I told you, gumagana naman ang justice system namin dito Di namin kayo kailangan, so we're filing cases, we are building up cases, etc. Feeling ko, yung isa rin yun sa mga aside from other factors pa. Pero sinasabi nga dito, under this law, yung Republic Act, nabanggit ni Julie Baisa, ano daw ito yung may prescriptive period within 20 years. So under PH laws, yung mga murder and homicide cases have prescriptive period of 20 years. So this would include mga cold cases na sakop ng 20. So sinabi ni DOJ Secretary Remulla, inihingi niya yung report nung pagko-coordinate nitong task force na binuo niya, which is will be chaired by a senior assistant state prosecutor and co-chaired by a regional prosecutor. And this will include other 9 members from National Prosecution Service at saka support from the National Bureau of Investigation. So sabi niya, dapat makipag-coordinate itong mga itong task force na to sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee at saka dun sa Quadcom, dun sa mga regarding this investigation. And he is expecting a report not later than 60 days from the issuance of the memorandum.
When we talked to Congressman Dan Fernandez the other time, last week, I think it was last week, he also mentioned that meron na silang initial talks ongoing with the DOJ already. The liaison officer. Kasi may liaison officer in DOJ sa loob ng Senate. So may discussion about first yung una at that time kasi pronouncement si PRRD sa Senate. Paano magagamit yan? But of course, after that, si former President Duterte did appear sa Congress and had more pronouncements sa Congress.
Marami siyang mga doon parang sabi nga nila admission.
But I don't know how they're going to take this because he had an admission and retraction and admission and retraction. So pag the lawyers of former President Duterte can simply argue, he admitted, he retracted. So as a witness against himself, is he credible? Diba? Kasi pa iba-iba ng statement
Totoo. So yun nga yung nagiging malaking question, diba, parati, especially during the hearings, nasabi, ang dami yung sinasabi against sa Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte regarding his EJ case, war on drugs, pero wala naman talagang formally nagsampa ng kaso.
Ito. Let's see what other evidence we have aside from yung actual statements si former President Duterte. But you also have si retired Colonel Roy Nagarma, 'di ba? You have si Matobato, si Las Cañas, and then you have si Jovi Espinido.
Bukas. Bukas diba next hearing sa Quadcom?
Supposedly,
pero hindi pa nakauwi yata si Garma, no?
Hindi pa. Kasi, di ba kasi they were looking at the possibility na sabi ni Congressman Benny Abante, sana magharap si former President Duterte and si Rina Garma. Let's see if that will happen. So, pero wala pa
At saka, di ko na alam kung baka hindi na rin pumunta yan si
PRRD. Baka binayaran ba ng Quadcom?
Hindi, kasi nung time na nandito siya yun, sarili niya expenses yun.
Kala ko sa bandang North, hotel sa North sa paano yun.
Pero sabi nga ni former Senator Antonio Trillanes ay submit na daw nila yung transcript nung nakaraang Quadcom hearing sa ICC. Kasi we all know naman, sabi naman din ng House of Representatives, yung kanilang Quadcom doon, hindi sila makipag-coordinate sa ICC. Pero the records are public kasi during the hearing.
Hindi sila magko-coordinate but they will not block also any attempt by the ICC to ask for records. Kasi yun ang sabi nila.
Ayun. So, abangan natin tomorrow yung kanilang next hearing for this, pang 12 na if I'm not mistaken, kasi nung kay PRRD 11 so 12 na next.